Mr. Walz.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you and the ranking member for continuing to do what is asked and tasked and required of us in our oversight. And I passed on my time earlier, mainly the frustration that you heard out of the chairman and many of our members is where I'm at, and I want to get solutions other than just venting my frustrations, which I do think is probably fairly important, though. I used to, and again, Ms. Halliday, welcome, and I echo the sentiments of my colleagues. You've been here many times and been very helpful. I used to have a saying when I'd be here that I'm the VA's staunchest supporter and their harshest critic. I'm reevaluating that over the years because the first part's not having much stick with me. You've heard it from folks. Ms. Rice was articulating this too. There's not much granular detail here. There will be. It'll come one way or another, and we'll find out about it and get more on it. But I hope everyone was listening. I think the ranking member made a very important and clear point about this, and it was echoed by many other members. There's some advice here. You all knew what was going to get asked here. Hire somebody to tell you what's going to come here because, yes, the part of this is the optics, is what's happening here. And then what breaks my heart is the VA is damaged for a generation. And what kills me is the veterans' lack of trust. That's the one I hear all the time. And this makes them really, puts our veterans in a really tough spot because they have ownership for the VA. And it breaks their heart to see these stories in the news because many of them will come to me and say, you know, I'm getting really good care at my VA. It happens all the time. We know that. But these things are happening. And it tests their faith. It makes them not the advocates that we need them to be for this. And to be very honest with you, if there were a fix and they could run into the private sector and get the specialized care, that would be one thing. But we know that's not there. We know that's what the VA is there for in many cases. And if it's so not fulfilling that, it's not happening. So this isn't added on. All of you know, we're so damn, I mean, it's just a cliche. The bureaucracy is so siloed up that you come today and can't realize this is going to play on years' worth. This has to do with Phoenix. This has to do with the other issues, and then to try and take us into a kind of arcane balancing act on accounting, that wasn't the main purpose. The main purpose is to get the answers, and you heard people saying this, and I'm not expecting you to violate someone's due process or throw them under the bus, but this is repeating itself over and over and over again. And let's be clear, when the VA comes from now on, you do not get the benefit of the doubt. So when you go back and talk to your colleagues, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt when you come here. And the frustration these members are feeling is because they're hearing it from their constituents. So I have talked about this for 9 years. I talked about culture change. That's my job. I'm a cultural geographer. I don't for a second believe there's an attempt, especially on the levels below, to make that true change. You have no time. This is not a multi-year process. It has to start today, and the damage is getting deeper. It's getting much more difficult to repair, and you're testing the patience beyond anything I have witnessed since I've been here. So my 2 cents on this is that this kabuki dance is not going to play itself out anymore. Be very clear. Someone will fix this for you. Someone will fix it for you, and the way our system is, that's our responsibility by the American people. So thank you, Chairman. I applaud both of your efforts on your doggedness on this, and be very clear, while we may have differences politically, this is an issue that has unified us in a way that I have not witnessed. And so I would say that bodes well for us to at least figure out how to get this right. I yield back.